How quaint. Perhaps the best part. As a nameless who's always on the road, it's no small feat. Go ahead and try.
Haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose.
Seriously? When is this war dance going to start? The Sky Splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see what's inside?
Is this how long my species live? Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all-time high. Oh, I need to drink some coolant.
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts.
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you betting on, Bardo?
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
War dance. There you are. I heard you and Mr. Dan Heng went to meet the judges, and then a riot broke out in the shackling prison. I was so worried about you. Thank goodness you both made it out safe.
There was a revolt in the shackling prison. Fortunately, we were protected by the guards until the Cloud Knights arrived to rescue us.
I was planning to take Miss March and Yun Li to Stargazer Navalia to see the Sky Splitter up close, but we stumbled upon a group of suspicious Foxians carrying official identities. They were acting strange, so out of curiosity, we decided to follow them. It turns out they were actually Borisin disguised as Foxians. It seems they infiltrated Stargazer Navalia in order to prepare for Hulei's escape, and we foiled their plans by pure chance. I wonder who provided them with those disguises, and how many more Borisin have taken advantage of the war dance to infiltrate the ship. Yeah, I heard them too. But I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint them. I've already reported to General Jing Yuan that I'll give up my role as the Ringmaster. The security of the Luofu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant before taking on the honor of being a Ringmaster. Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. Doesn't have to be me. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hulei will wreak havoc. Obviously, there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break, intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what honor will be left for us to uphold?
Well said. You may be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw. Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work, General Feixiao.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and this is way too much for me.
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borisin spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hulei on an empty stomach. Take your time. Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
Hulei's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Zhao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated the situation becomes.
Zhao Cho always said I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights, and I can't argue with that. So, there's no reason for you to be more anxious than me. I've fought against Borisin abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borisin were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. They have no reason to rush out into the open. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hulei loses his patience and reveals himself, that's when we'll strike.
But when will that time come?
Like I said, it's only one meal away.
General Hua Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations. Do you have any other instructions?
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and oversee the Six Commission's affairs on the Luofu.
What is the situation at the shackling prison?
Hule made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have re-established contact with the staff inside. The good news is the two Nameless who were trapped in the shackling prison are safe and sound.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but I'm relieved that he and Don Hung are safe.
We've lost contact with one of the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. The Borisin have likely taken him hostage. Don't worry, Yuko. Fei Shao is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how capable she is.
I have no doubt about General Fei Shao's capabilities, General Hua Yan. I'm more concerned about the Wardens. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the ship to watch the contest. But now, with Hule's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty.
March is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the shackling prison is beyond formidable. In case anything goes wrong...
So, Yun-Li, what do you think we should do?
Well... I believe we should declare martial law and allocate manpower to search for the escaped prisoners. And as for the war dance, it's better to announce an indefinite delay for now.
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. I believe there are at least 2 parties who won't accept your approach. The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that the Law Fu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders would react? They'd be terrified, and chaos might ensue. The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Law Fu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war dance. Suddenly suspending it indefinitely would create numerous challenges for them. But of course, not everyone disagrees with your idea.
Really?
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, presumably. Hule's escape and your discovery of Borisin's spies at Stargazer Navalia. Even a child could guess that these events were orchestrated. The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Law Fu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, will fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hule actually does anything.
So what do we do?
We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Luofu, acting as if nothing has happened.
As if nothing has happened? Yan Qing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host ringmaster gone, how are we supposed to act like nothing has happened?
That's why I called the two of you here. Of course, I'll do my part, but not on the Sky Splitter.
General Huayan, are you asking me to take Yan Qing's place as the ringmaster?
You caught on quickly, Miss March. That's exactly what I mean.
But Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Luofu in the ring? It will make the Xianzhou Luofu a laughingstock.
Dear child, the nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an outsider? We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter. Yukong, please explain to them the rest of the arrangements.
I am sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides of the same Xianzhou Luofu, and it is my honor to serve the Ten Lords' commission. I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the shackling prison.
Borison infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Shui from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties and commanding Arumaton spectral envoys and spiritfarers to quickly restore order in the affected areas.
I, and the two behind me, will go deeper into the prison to investigate.
But, General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous. Your presence would be...
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hule has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy is being held hostage by the Borison. His fate is unknown. This is a grave matter. Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hule herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Luofu owes her something in return for her fervent determination. How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hule was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yaoqing messengers were ready to escort him? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind behind all of this.
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Luofu. Backing down now will only encourage them to further endanger the peace here.
The Ten Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha. I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenging journey.
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like to start, General?
Let's start with those Borisin disguised as Foxians.
My people have already prepared the evidence. According to Lieutenant Yenqing's report, he stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he discovered that they were actually Borisin in disguise. This is one of the bodies.
Looking at him now, it's hard to imagine how he transformed into a Foxian.
My alchemists detected some complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borisin were able to disguise themselves as Foxians. Simply put, Foxians and Borisin share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them. This medicine allows Borisin to temporarily change their shape into that of Foxians.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true form will soon be revealed?
Indeed. This means that these Borisin have a steady supply of the medicine within the Lafu. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again. When I was sorting through the prescriptions they use, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain their normal appearance. When I compared it to the medicine found in the Borisin's body...
They're one and the same, aren't they?
The medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the principle remains the same.
Since ancient times, the Borisin have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings. Yet, in order to save their warhead, they were willing to disguise themselves as Foxians. Their determination is quite remarkable.
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise, then following this lead in our investigation seems prudent. Please follow me. Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control, so we should proceed cautiously. I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised Borisin. Incredible strength. The attacker shattered this warden's bones with a single blow.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borisin possesses. This is likely the work of Hule.
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borison truly that formidable?
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Lingshaw. To the Alliance, Borison have always been the most formidable adversaries. And Hule is a monster feared even among his own kind. With his strength, Hule united numerous Borison packs, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. They constantly pushed the Alliance's armies into perilous positions. Over 7 centuries ago, I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations. And I personally witnessed the devastation on the battlefield after Hule appeared. Even with medicinal pellets that suppress the fear caused by his lupitoxin, countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. They couldn't even raise a hand in resistance. If the former Sword Champion hadn't immobilized Hule with her Frost Blade, the outcome of that fateful battle could have been very different. By the end of the battle, only a few of us remained. The Crimson Moon cast the sheen of blood on all. Everything I saw was painted dark red.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being imprisoned? On the Xianzhou Jumi, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the stars, reducing them to ashes. Their so-called immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't understand why the Luofu kept this tumor for so long, leading to the terrible situation we're facing now. But I guess I understand. The people of the Luofu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with a malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, they couldn't bring themselves to cut it out. Instead, they exiled the healer, who tried to solve the problem, to the Xianzhou Jumi.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Lingshaw. I take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hule was only in prison, I can shed some light on that too.
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past. I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me, General.
All right. Let me tell you more about it as we go.
Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
Familiar.
You're a stubborn one.
Going all in. Tabs on me.
Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Excuse me, coming through.
All in.
Oh, a weakness.
No dirty tricks.
Stop the bleeding.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Don't ask, just spend.
On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Everything in this world is merely fleeting.
Going all in. Tabs on me.
Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Both body and mind must be pure. Excuse me, coming through.
How familiar.
Oh, a weakness.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Time to cleanse the filth. Wouldn't you agree?
Don't ask, just spend.
Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
This Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
No. This is a Borisin in disguise. A guard killed him before he could return to his original form.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also 2 Borisin disguised as members of the Skyfaring Commission and the Artisanship Commission. Whoever is providing them with official identities must hold the position of power. Let's search elsewhere.
Someone bit open his arteries and drained almost all of his blood while he was still alive. Such a cruel and ruthless act.
Despite being a long-lived species, Borson are actually more like predatory beasts that must feed on raw blood and flesh. I've heard that Hule was deprived of food and water in the shackling prison. It's hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for over 7 centuries. Will the hostage from the Yaoqing be able to avoid being his meal?
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance. We subjected him to the Forest of Swords to drain his life force. But in the end, his punishment turned into a test of our patience. Just like you said, Miss Linshaw. Casting a creature that can't be killed into a star would be a way to permanently get rid of it. But unfortunately...
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
Exactly. The atrocities committed by Hule went beyond mere massacres. Throughout numerous wars, we made every effort to eradicate the Borisin. But Hule, with his mysterious sorcery, turned countless Foxians into his pawns. And so the Borisin kept returning. The Foxians curse his name day and night, and they even use it to scare children into staying quiet. How could they grant a swift death to such a great sinner? I wonder if you know why Hule wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Xianzhou Yaoqing, but instead imprisoned in the Xianzhou Luofu, Miss Linshaw.
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Hule, an extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the Marshal placed this feral beast under the jurisdiction of the Xianzhou Luofu as an honor, I assume?
It seems you have a major misunderstanding about this arrangement, Miss Linshaw. Allow me to explain it to you. Yanqing told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Borison. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
Yes. The Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that parts of this machine are made from specially refined Borison biotissue. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild has been researching the biological properties of long-life species, hoping to make medical or combat-related discoveries. However, they haven't dared to cross any lines due to their so-called relationship with the Alliance.
Perhaps to those scholars, Borison are no different from lab animals. Maybe the Borison attacked that ship to retaliate against the Intelligentsia Guild for experimenting on them?
No. If it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo, instead of allowing it to end up in the shackling prison. It was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as a tool for the prison break.
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild unknowingly became their accomplices.
Watch out! This thing is still alive! Regenerate even after suffering such severe attacks?
Their imitation of long-life species has crossed the line. The stench of evil. Both body and mind must be pure. Everything in this world is merely fleeting.
Don't ask, just spend.
On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
No dirty tricks, all right?
I think something bit me.
If it can still move, it means it wasn't damaged enough. Let's make sure it never moves again.
All in! Bust. Or... maybe I'll take it all! Going all in. Tabs on me.
Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Excuse me, coming through.
Time to cleanse the filth. Wouldn't you agree?
Normal.
Watch your head.
On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Everything in this world is merely fleeting. weakness.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head. Don't ask, just spend.
Resistance as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Excuse me, coming through!
Both body and mind must be pure.
Can't lose this one.
On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
All in.
Everything in this world is merely fleeting.
No dirty tricks, alright? Going all in. Tabs on me. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Shut it down.
You haven't answered my question about why Hule was imprisoned in the Lafu instead of the Yaoqing, General. You've been reserved in your response. Could it be that such an arrangement wasn't an honor?
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hule on the Yaoqing lies in the very mech in front of us.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hule's secrets and use them for their own purposes? Just like with this mech? Well, I understand. I've heard that the Foxians on the Yaoqing share a bloodline with the Borisin. And just like the Borisin, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage. The Marshal believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the Borisin do. So...
Exactly. While Borisin see moon rage as a blessing that unlocks their true potential, Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline. Countless healers of the Yaoqing have attempted to unravel this mystery, but to no avail. Why can Borisin control the power of moon rage? Can we Foxians break free from this curse? These questions were asked frequently. Each questioner had good intentions. But the road to catastrophe is paved with good intentions. To the Foxians of the Yaoqing, Hule was not only the warhead of the Borisin, but also a monster that could be the subject of much research. Hule thus became a poison that corrupted people's minds without their knowing.
that's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hule and the Lafu. It wasn't an honor, but rather a warning.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions once led to a tragedy on the Lafu that served as a warning to future generations.
This edition of Imbibitor Lunae. By imprisoning Hule and the Xianzhou Lafu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou Lafu to refrain from repeating its mistake.
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou Alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian, Vidyadhara, and Xianzhou natives, form an alliance, will there be a promising future for all.
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
You said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Juming. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dan Heng, who had just finished his hatching rebirth, so that he would regain the memories of his past life?
What did you just say?
She believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor, quelling the strife within their clan and bringing everything back on the right path. But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, the 6 charioteers decided that the Alchemy Commission would no longer have a Cauldron Master. Until your arrival now.
If that's the case, I should thank you for protecting my mentor by exiling her, General.
Quite the contrary. I should be the one thanking you.
Thanking me?
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long-drawn lives? For example, you were implicated along with your mentor, and forced to leave your homeland without knowing the truth. And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this challenging task. Shouldn't I be thanking you instead?
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, the Divine Foresight. You won't even leave me any excuses to hold a grudge against you. But, let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially, not to choose sides.
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Lingshaw. At the end of the day, both you and I stand on the side of the Alliance, don't we? Let's keep going.
These Mara-struck soldiers don't appear to be escaped prisoners.
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
The messenger named Morza did say that there were two groups of attackers. And the other attackers, aside from the Borison, could hide their tracks. I believe he was referring to these people.
Hide their tracks?
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used Cloud Hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful observation, no one can detect them.
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
What's on your mind, Miss Lingshaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And considering the Vidyadhara's involvement in the prison's construction, it raises suspicion about their role in this. Additionally, the fact that the Borison need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them covertly. Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borison would require someone with significant authority. And the presence of assassins capable of using Cloud Hymn magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Vidyadhara collude with the Borison and aid in Hulei's escape?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power and influence. Since this edition of Imbibe de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence wane. Being a native of the Luofu, Miss Lingsha, I believe you understand the implications.
However, I don't think the Preceptors are the true masterminds. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses within the Luofu and instigated the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. ultimately leading to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Fentilia.
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone within the Videodorus ranks, you'll need irrefutable proof.
So, what's your plan, Miss Ling Sha?
I'll send an invitation to the Preceptors.
An invitation?
The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on Alafu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. Then, I'll ask them to meet me at Scale Gorge Waterscape. I'd like to hear their explanations.
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Ling Sha. The internal affairs of the Videodora should remain under their jurisdiction. And don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over, the hidden truths will come to light.
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. Hulei was starving in the shackling prison for centuries. I don't know if the messenger can survive in that wolf's clutches. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary arts to be truly effective. The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered and cooked together, any kind of medicinal herb or ingredient becomes a delightful delicacy.
Delicacy? But isn't that just one flavor overpowering the others?
Well, you have a point. Let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who refuses to eat green peppers, what's the best way to make him eat them?
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and cook him alive in a pot.
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borisin, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process, so you can't experience complex flavors. Only the saltiness of blood and flesh truly awakens your appetite.
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers right now. Otherwise, I'd happily stuff them into your mouth and cook you alive in a pot.
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs. This way, the flavor of the meat overpowers the taste of the peppers. And even a fussy child can enjoy them.
Can I just boil your tongue in this hot pot? I know you're trying to buy time until someone comes to your rescue. You said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Lafu, right? Well, she did come back. But, unfortunately, I also found out that she committed serious crimes and was escorted to another Xianzhou ship. Do you really think you can delay our departure by provoking Lord Hulei's desire for revenge with your clever little tongue? You see Borisin as savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou, but in fact, we know all about your tracking tricks. Like the jade abacus you're carrying, and the side cranes in the sky. The more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes. I wonder if you can maintain your composure when I tear your throat open.
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine. And it will wear off soon, right?
Lord Hule.
Oh, you pathetic Foxians. For thousands of years, we were the ones who allowed you to live, and who granted you civilization. But in the end, you chose to betray us for the freedom promised by the Xianzhou people. But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you obediently return to us. No matter how far you run away.
Run away, you said? Well, I'm not the one who's trying to run away right now. The Borison's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts before giving you hope for returning home? Lord Hule? Now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing. By a Foxian. They're hiding in remote corners of
the Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing. A Foxian? Very interesting.
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack.
And she bested you, Mock Talk. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated.
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality.
This prophet, Mongus, what does she...
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borison have been divided for too long, and only your return can you... And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yaoqing would take you to her ship during the Lafu's war dance, and that it would be our best chance to infiltrate and free you from your prison.
That so-called prophet lied to all of you. She just sent you here to die.
But her prophecy has come true.
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison, but you're just trapped in an...
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord Hule! I assure you that right now, everyone in the Lafu is distracted by the
perfect chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a... Listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become... Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will close the...
Wait, what did...
But my lord!
Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a cub?
No, I've never heard anything like that. I wasn't trying to defy your will.
I'm offering you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You will come back. Because Foxians like you... Oh.
I can't believe he actually let me go. What game is he playing? Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. No. Just as I suspected. The Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation. For now.
Would you like to board my star skiff? Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate. We need to hurry, wherever we're going. The war dance is about to... Keep what quiet? Come on. The Realm Keeping Commission? It's right up ahead.
I'm sorry, but the Realm Keeping Commission... If I can help you... Hi. Do you need my help,
Borisin are hiding in the Exalting...
Borisin?
These Borisin are disguised as Foxy.
Will you please wait here for a while? I'll find...
Hey there. I noticed you'd been looking at me. Could you please provide more details? What? Are you sure about that? Wait.
I was brought here by the Borisin.
All right. I'll call for reinforcements.
Stop asking. I'm off duty now. Go bothers. Can't you just stop at... You're not one of us. But I...
The Warhead sent me here to...
No, not at all.
The ports haven't been closed? What is going on? Stalling won't help. It's time to confront Hule and see what tricks he's up to.
You're back, Jiao-Cho.
Come and take a good look. Who are these people?
This Cloud Knight says there's official business that requires my cooperation.
What are you trying to do, Moktuk? They have nothing to do with this.
Nothing to do? I told you to go to the port and check out the situation. But I never gave you permission to talk with others. Remember, these people died because of you.
You want to prove to me that you hold everyone's lives in your hands, right, Hule?
Oh, exactly as you said. So... They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. What lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst the flock. Your calm facade will soon crumble. I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones any time. Of course, you can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. Now, let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktuk says she's here before the hunt begins. I need to know my opponent. Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream. But remember, the next time you refuse me, I'll crush your healing.
Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know about her. You can torture me until I talk. Here's the question that's been bothering me.
So, is that why the Xianzhou Yaoqing wanted to take me away? I still remember. In the early years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. They extracted my blood in milk. Unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret. Some seek power. Ah, I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer of the Yao. Well, then let me tell you the answer you seek. In our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borisin, was dissatisfied with his limb to achieve his goal. He sacrificed the lives of countless Borisin. Duran ascended the birthing bed and obtained what he desired. The ambrosial arbor is also an absurd myth, but you Xianzhou folk know it's true. This moon heart beats within the body of every... Devouring is the true... I thought all hope was lost after... All right. Now it's...
Jiaoqiu, I found you.
I know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly...
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation?
General, before we completely lost contact with Jiaoqiu, I picked up a signal from his jade abacus. It won't take long before we...
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and...
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the... There's an old saying among the Borisin.
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been imprisoned for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us numerous...
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hule is not an ordinary Borisin that can be easily killed. A vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in...
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat.
Exactly. That is why we must... You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy... What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison?
A star skiff to get us out of the Lafu. The Borisin we discovered at Stargazer Navalia were actually preparing a vessel for their escape.
We predict their next move, and we take them down. Let's start from where you found those Borisin and corner our prey.
Slow simmer over low heat, quick stir fry over high heat. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before...
Watch your head.
Needs a little more heat.
I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Going all in. Tabs on me.
Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
I am not from a military background, nor do I seek military success.
This is where we ran into the Borison last time. It looks the same as usual.
Because I blocked all the relevant news to make it seem... Losing contact with their accomplices preparing the Star Skiff will surely put them on guard. However, the more...
Are you suggesting that there are Borison here at Stargazer Naval?
This is an automated area. First, look at those 2 Skyfaring commissions. Then, there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing art. If you have a target in mind, let's...
Hey, you there! Please refrain from wandering around Stargazer Naval. I'm an official staff member assigned...
A peculiar issue.
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled star skiffs, but this is just weird. I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my work right
now. Oh.
You're aware of the Borison prison?
Yeah, I've received the news.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the skies.
No, everything is normal on the ship.
This is not a location.
Well, this spot...
Yes.
You've been observing the Sky Splitter for a while.
Honestly, just what? Speaking of which, Lieutenant Yench...
Thank you for your concern.
Who are you? Don't you know that Stargazer Naval...
Hey, chill out. They're just,
But Stargazer Navalia is the
official documents?
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, we've received orders from them.
So, it seems that some Borison have returned to Star...
I believe he was just slacking off. In my opinion, the staff...
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights block...
But on the contrary, those...
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed.
Why are you still here? As I said, Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now.
No, I never...
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. How many more of your comrades are here? Where were you planning to meet Hule?
This woman! She's the general of the Yaoqing! What are you still waiting for? Attack her!
Gotta stop the bleeding.
Watch your head.
Let's add more seasoning. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before?
Going all in. Tabs on me. Bust. Or... maybe I'll take it all!
Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Run! Tell Lord Moktok about this! Why don't you kill me?
Because I need answers.
You were our war slave. You want me to talk? Fine. Try whatever you want.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire. But sadly, you didn't catch my partner. He will alert them.
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hule's hideout.
Is this how you leave one side open? You let that Borison escape?
This is the most common hunting tactic used by Boris. I know the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape.
Have you witnessed these things firsthand?
Well, just the word Borison was only used to refer to those wolf masters. I'm a fox in their eyes. We're mere consumables.
But you survived. And not—
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them.
I've found them. Zhao Cho is trying to stall Hule, and he signaled—
Trust his judgment and keep watching.
I believe the warning we sent will stop Hule from attacking Stargazer Navalia.
The hunt is not over yet. Stay safe, Zhao Cho.
Please.
Zhao Cho, find a medical ingenium and give that kid a shot! Hurry!
I see. How is the front line?
The Borison Beast ships have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place—
What about General Yueyu? Any news from her? I'm her healer. I should stay by her side at a time like this.
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must— General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all back here. I've never seen such a brutal fighting style. Her blood
pressure is dropping. Do you—
Loud and clear! Get me some time.
Is that why you're so determined to learn my secret?
I do.
So she saved you all in that great battle on the Moktok told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack.
Now I understand.
And she used the gift of her bloodline to destroy the Borison. Moon Rage, a blessing for wolves, and a curse for foxes. For Borison, with the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian and in return for saving her life.
Hule. Do you know the saddest thing about being a healer? All this time, I've devoted my life. But once again, they rushed into battle like a useless idiot. So I asked myself, Why were they so
I can smell your desperation.
Eventually, I realized that their deaths, everything I'm doing now, even your death has value.
The thoughts in your pathetic...
Did you already know this?
Yes, I did. What a shame.
Can you even feel
Of course, as the wolf's creed go, that's why I'm keeping you alive. We will consume your flesh and...
My lord, we received a message.
Mock talk.
It's the Sky Splitter. The ship that the...
Calm down, Mock talk. Look at you now.
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your hope.
The Borisin have forgotten bringing me back instead of choosing a new master. Mock talk. Let me tell you how the Borisin will...
But, Great Warhead, our packs are not here.
Our packs are not here.
Stay away. Don't come any closer. No!
Mock talk. We're the apex predators at the top of the hierarchy. As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If you're blind to the path, I will be the crimson moon that lights the way for you. Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those foxy. Now, you devious monkey.
Chow Chow.
Moza. Run.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time, monkey of the Yao Qing. Tell your general, tell her, that I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xianzhou La Fu in blood. From this moment, follow me, my cubs! We shall stride among the prey!
Give the wolf a dead end when new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battle.
Do you hear that? The rumble of the cannons. My return will bring back the Wolf's Creed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened...
The Sky Splitter's gun salute is really loud. So this is what the war dance is actually like? Well, how could they expect to attract people? Who am I? Look around you. Do you remember anything? You finally gotten your memory back, and I can put down old metal. As the saying goes, the disciple takes the toil of their master. Remember, you are here under the identity of a lawful sword.
But what am I supposed to do if my opponent for this round is super talented and just wipes?
Come on, there's no need to worry about that. If you are defeated, then you're
Master Yoon Lee, please, I'm about to compete. Can you...
March, think about the great storms.
I've trained hard in the art of swordplay over these few days. It's time for me to get in the... Master Yoon Lee, I don't think I'm completely ready.
March, there is no such thing as completely ready.
Miss Yoon Lee, Miss March, this way, please. I was informed of your arrival by Madame Yukong and came to greet you personally. The news that you will be the ringmaster in place of Lieutenant Yan Qing has been made public, Miss March. Just now, as I passed the contestants' hall, I overheard them all discussing this news. The most common question I heard was, who is March 7th? If they ask you this, how will you introduce yourself? Do you have something prepared?
March 7th, a young beauty from the Astral Express.
All right, when people ask you, you might as well tell them this loud and clear.
I see you are both quite relaxed. Impressive! Miss Yoon Lee's contestant information was registered for the war dance a long time. Please, follow this path. The contestant hall is...
Thank you, Miss Shikwe.
Come, let's take a look around the contestant hall. So... this is the contestant hall.
Oh, there are so...
March, before the war dance begins, my grandfather always told me that a weapon mimics its master. That you've seen me wield old metal before, haven't you? Tell me.
Master Yoon Lee's old metal is taller than a person. Being able to wield a weapon like that must mean that you have ridiculous...
Observing the weapon that your opponent uses, assessing what...
Why would you tell me your weakness?
That's the only way to ensure that we have a fit. Now is a perfect opportunity to learn how to evaluate your...
Know myself and know the enemy.
Was there something you wanted to ask me? Ah, yes. Yeah, this is just a regular Cloud Knight Devastator glaive. Oh, I understand what's going on, Miss March 7th and Miss Yoon Lee. I'm actually not a contestant. I'm just here as a security guard. Oh, it's all right. I can't bear to watch other people make things awkward, so I always try to keep the conversation going. But then, I'm the one who ends up making things awkward. I've gotten used to it by now, so don't worry.
There are still many guests arriving here. Please be cautious.
Understood.
I came here. Who would have imagined that he would take this last-minute replacement?
That's right. I'm the March 7th.
What? You're March 7th?
Don't worry. I'm a newbie swordmaster who's only been practicing the art of swordplay for half a month.
March 7th. Standing before you is a seasoned Cloud Knight who has practiced swordsmanship for
tricking the opponent into underestimating me.
Ugh. I am not used to wearing clothes like this. Oh! You're March 7th!
That's right. And
as you can see, I am the journalist.
I see the Skyfaring Commission is
That's right! A big event like this just can't go ahead without a... Oh! Great! First, the question that is on everyone's minds. Lieutenant Yanqing is not appearing in today's war dance. This is just gossip from unreliable sources, but I hear that Lieutenant Yanqing is seriously injured. Then what is the real reason? I never thought that such a talented young man that has garnered so much attention would have this kind of attitude. Once the war dance begins, you will be challenged by master swordsmen from many different worlds, Miss March 7th. Are there any that you're looking forward to facing in particular?
ask who that might be? Oh, of course it's the highly anticipated Lieutenant Yanqing. Thank you very much for accepting my interview. Much appreciated.
The first round of the war dance is about to begin. Are you feeling okay, March?
Me? I'm fine. As soon as I saw all these people gathered here, I suddenly felt weirdly relaxed. Looking at these contestants, I suddenly feel a lot calmer for some reason. I understand why you wanted me to know myself and know my enemy. I don't feel as nervous as I did before.
So, do you want to go out and see the ring? Very well. Go and get your intel.
Let me see. Let me see. Grab some sweet dream soda, a sweetness that's bound to last. Let me see.
walk through here, we'll be able to see the War Dance's official venue.
Wow, so this is what it's like from the spectator seat?
Look over there.
Master Yoon Lee?
Well, it's too late for nerve.
Almost time for what? As soon as I think of
It's when it stops. I have to leave for a moment, and
I wonder how Master Yanqing is.
Hey, focus.
General, report! The teams are in position, and the Skyfaring Commission has taken control of the Starskiff lanes.
Activate all side cranes and have them scan. Remain vigilant at all times.
Yes, General.
You two, follow me. What's signals nearby, but we lost contact just a moment ago.
Could that mean...
He will be fine. Cloud Knights, search for the target.
All of you, get out of my way.
Wait. Don't go any closer.
General, I failed you. That mad dog left me here.
A declaration of war.
That's right. I've been holding back the earth. If you, the great Merlin's Claw, mortal enemy of the Borisin, are able to join him in a little hunting game.
Hunting is not a game. It is a battle of life and death.
Die, you lowly beast! Die!
Save your breath.
Let's add more seasoning. Don't ask, just spend.
On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
All in.
Gotta stop the bleeding.
No dirty tricks, all right? Turn up the heat.
Since you're already here, why not have a meal before?
I weep for the departed. Dust rain.
What?
Fall.
Desperately. A road of no return for all of you.
Fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Coming through.
It's just a tweener massage. Watch your head.
Wowza, are you okay?
I wasn't able to save Jiao Chou. Hule was more cunning and powerful than I imagined.
Tell me, how is he planning to declare this war against me? With a one-on-one duel? Or with a hostage exchange, maybe?
Hule is planning on attacking the bustling streets of the Xianzhou Luofu.
What did you just say?
Impossible. Even if there are still undercover Borisin that we haven't sniffed out. Hule can't have more than a few dozen people. How is he planning on simultaneously attacking the streets of the Xianzhou Lafu?
He has an ace up his sleeve. Hule's body holds a plague mark passed down through generations of Borisin. I've seen him convert a Foxy into a Borisin wolf trooper with my own eyes. This is Hule's declaration of war. His blood. It can cause Foxians to rapidly transform and lose their minds. He has passed his blood to his...
Contact the Skyfaring Commission and the Cloud Knights right away. Have them enforce a traffic ban.
The moment you see your enemy's declaration of war, it means that they have already begun.
But if Hule succeeds and gets...
Do you remember what I told you before? Hunting is about thinking the same way as your prey, not just mindlessly chasing after them. What Hule wants is to see everyone on the loft. It's like that party game that the people of the Yaoqing... The way I see it, this is all nothing, no matter what Hule does.
Right now, the only
In his eyes, that ship is full of...
But if we're wrong about this, if he goes somewhere, are we just supposed to abandon those
This is another lesson that you must... Before making a decision, we must destroy any hesitation that... There is a chance that we will make the wrong decision. But being lost in hesitation... Everyone, listen up. Nameless, please lend us your strength, as you did when the...
General, please entrust me with the safety of the Sky Splitter. I was originally meant to participate in the tournament.
If Hule does come to attack the skies,
please rest assured, General. If he...
Cloud Knights! The Borisin have arrogantly decided to challenge us on Xianzhou territory. They vow that they will unleash the unarmed civilians of the Xianzhou and countless visitors from afar are under our protection. Let me ask you, as Cloud Knights, will we allow the Boris... Be on your guard. Calling Starskip Haven. Have all Cloud Knights be...
Fei Shao, the ports of Starskip Haven...
Hold them back! I will be there immediately!
There you are, Fei Shao.
Madam Yukong! After 30 years, we find ourselves fighting side by side once more. It's been a while since I've let loose. A short respite, then time for the next fight. Let's see. All together! A short respite, then time for the next fight. We have cleared out the enemies in Starskiff Haven.
And it seems that there are fierce battles being waged at both the Exalting Sanctum and Arum Alley. I will prepare a Starskiff.
We cannot allow the fighting to continue. This is now a race against time to stop this farce that Hule has created. I know Zhao Cho always wants me to know my limits and not get carried away, but now is the time to bring this to a swift end. Contact the Exalting Sanctum. Tell them if they see a light in the sky, all units are to retreat immediately. Madam Yukong, lend me your bow.
What's that? Everyone, out of the way! Oh, what a mess. I just knew it would end up this way. Every time she hits the battlefield, she makes a mess like this. She didn't even leave a single survivor to get intel from. One of these men must have known about Hule and Zhao Cho's whereabouts. He has to be. A retainer like myself is nothing more than an insignificant shadow who stands by the General's side. But Zhao Cho is different. Without his careful treatment, the General wouldn't even be here today. Hopefully, he can use that silver tongue of his to buy himself enough time. Take a good look around. If you can find one or two Borisin that aren't dead yet, let me know. I don't care how tight their lips are sealed. I always have a way to crack them open and get the information we need.
Square formation, circular formation, Yuan-Yang formation. What should we try next? Huh? Huh?
What a terrifying attack. Who could have imagined? That's so decisive. So brutal.
I remember you, Mock Talk. You are harder to kill than a cockroach. But the fact that you have willingly shown yourself saves us some time. It is not too late for you to surrender. Tell me, where are Hule and...
Save your energy, Yao Qing monkey. I lived as a hunter for many years. The descendants of Duran have abandoned the Wolf's Creed. In order to ensure our survival, we took solace in the thanks to the gift granted to us by Lord Hule. I have shared his vision and his blood. The descendants of Duran should live for the victory of the pack. Come, Yao Qing man. Show me your fangs. We will fight to the death!
Puh. How honorable, you mangy dog. But you seem to have misunderstood. There will be no fair one-on-one duel. Let's see how tough you are once we've put you down.
It boils in my veins.
The Morrison Resurgence is at hand!
Morrison Resurgence? You think you can still pillage and murder freely, as you did 1,000 years before? The Xianzhou Yao Qing will ensure that this is nothing more than your dying fantasy!
Think thrice, act wise, though oft twice shall suffice.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
Let's add more seasoning.
Don't ask, just spend.
On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Excuse me, coming through.
How familiar.
Gotta stop the bleeding.
Watch your head.
Familiar.
All in.
Since you're already here, why not have a meal?
I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Fight me! Strength like this will set me running!
For a tough case like yours, we're gonna try them all!
Going all in. Tabs on me. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I must hold on.
Bleeding as the dawn stays, destined for oblivion.
Morrison Resurgence shall come.
No matter how heroic your sacrifice, there is no honor in your battles or deaths, Borisin.
It seems that Moktok got what he wished for.
Hule, your declaration of war is over. From now on, no matter where you run, General Fei Shao will catch you and send you to the same fate as Moktok.
Your tongue is sharper than your claws. Don't stand in my way, child. Have your general speak with me. Our little hunting game is not over yet.
Stand down, Watsa. I am here, Hule. What do you wish to say?
The Merlin's Claw. Though we have never met on the battlefield, I have heard many interesting things about you from both my men and your healer. The people of the Xianzhou must be quite brave to allow a Foxian war slave with Borisin blood to ascend to the position of general. Has no one ever questioned that lineage of yours? Or could it be that your grand achievements were enough to convince everyone to keep their lips sealed?
Claiming to have family ties with the enemy sounds to me like an attempt at asking for mercy. Hule, are you begging me for mercy?
I see that it is not only the ruthless blood of a wolf that courses through your veins, but also the cunning blood of a fox. When you think about it, this was a gift from the Borisin. Anything that we gift, we are also free to reclaim. The Merlin's Claw. I shall extend a final invitation to you. I will be waiting for you on the Sky Splitter. Before you arrive, I will slaughter all in sight, allowing the crimson moon that has fallen dim for over 700 years to once more come to life. I will illuminate this ship with the sheen of blood and show everyone just how weak and powerless the Xianzhou is. Then, I will pilot this ship through every blockade and barrier you have prepared and begin my journey home. This ship shall be the flagship for the Borisin Resurgence. Before I finish these tasks of mine, you have a chance to stop me or die at my hands. This is the path that I have prepared for you.
I accept your challenge, Hule. Because the very moment you stepped aboard the Sky Splitter, you stepped onto your path to ruin.
I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter.
That's easy for my grandfather to say. But this mission doesn't seem so simple anymore. The first round of the tournament is about to begin. I wonder how Yanqing and the others are doing. According to the plan, I should seek out the Cloud Knight soldiers aboard the Sky Splitter and see if they've discovered anything. Maybe I should take a moment to meet with March before the tournament starts. March is in the contestants' lounge right now. I wonder how her preparations are coming along.
Is that you, Miss Yunli? If there's anything that I can help you with, please let me know. We haven't noticed anything out of the ordinary.
Very good. Although, there is...
Unfortunately, we don't have... However, you can rest assured that the Cloud Knights are working hard. All Cloud Knights on the Sky Splitter have their...
March 7th and I could already tell.
Your timing is perfect, Miss...
An emergency boarding request.
It wasn't on the Sky Splitter.
Who would be boarding the ship at this time?
The Star Skiff is using the...
No need. You have your own duties. I have to check on this immediately.
Marge, it's me, Yunli. Are you okay?
Ugh, she's still a nervous wreck.
You still seem nervous. I wasn't this nervous before.
March, calm down. Don't worry about your mission. Ask yourself. You are an...
Why? For us nameless.
Good answer. The tournament is about to march. Mayor Blake.
Thank you. Routine inspection. All passengers, please prepare.
So this is the suspicious star skiff. Where did the passengers...
I'm going to count down from 10. If you do not come out, I will destroy the ship. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Time is running at 3, 2, 1.
Wait a second! It's me! It's just a routine inspection. You weren't actually going to blow up the ship, were you? Is that also... Wait! Even though the Borisin can disguise themselves, they can't turn into someone as short as me. Put your sword away.
Didn't little Yanqing claim he was going to give up being the ringmaster and go on the hunt instead? Help shoulder the general's burdens?
The Borisin on the ground suddenly launched an attack. General Fei Xiao was concerned that this was all a diversion by Hule, so I requested to come to the Sky Splitter and provide support.
I can't believe you ended up back here on the Sky Splitter after running around all over the place. But you're too late to enter the tournament now. Following Grandpa's plan, our disciple March is taking your place as ringmaster. Aren't you proud of her?
When I first heard the news, I was definitely proud, but also a little concerned.
More manpower is always a good thing, since the Sky Splitter is so large. Oh, and by the way, you should know
what's happening.
Does it feel like the Sky Splitter is slowed down? Could it be?
Come with me. We need to check the engine room. It's the heart of the ship, so we need to prioritize its safety.
The war dance is about to begin. Contestants, please make your way to the arena.
The engine room is just up ahead. Let's go.
strange. Why is there no one here?
Cloud Knights. They're over here.
And you should be lying alongside them. Don't worry, children. There's plenty of space to hide your bodies over here.
Even though I truly hoped that the war dance would go ahead uninterrupted, and that I was worrying for no reason.
Now that these guys have finally shown up, it's a huge weight off my mind. Bring it on, you abominations! Yes, you!
Familiar.
Right on time. Yes, you! Right on time.
Opportunity doesn't knock on its own, you know. Going all in. Tabs on me.
On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Waves run, mountains fall!
I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Excuse me, coming through!
Familiar.
Yes, you!
Watch your head.
If we found 2 wolves in the engine room, that means that even more abominations have infiltrated other areas. Hule is already aboard the Sky Splitter!
There's no time to talk about this. The war dance has already started. If my guess is correct, the Borisin will most likely use the ceremony to begin their slaughter. Let's go. We need to get to the war dance ring. Come with me. To the ring.
on time.
To Earth! It descends with might! Eradicate! Yes, you! Yes, you!
Don't ask, just spend.
Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Pulverizing sword strike!
I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall. Another blood debt repaid. Stream forth, gleam cold blades.
This way. We're not too late.
We would like to welcome all of our honored guests and contestants to the Xianzhou Law Foods Luminary. We would like to welcome all of our honored guests and contestants to the Xianzhou Law Foods Luminary. Before we get the first round under, let us invite our special guest host, Mr. Albert, to the stage to formally open.
Run for your...
My apologies. The spectators that you were expecting aren't here. Everyone here actually came to see you. Cloud Knight, prepare for battle.
I see you ready.
Surround your enemy.
Precisely. When Hule escaped, however, preparations for the war dance, all we need to do is swap all... Then we just need to draw his attention to the Sky Splitter. We'll have the Skyfaring Commission clear all transport lanes and cut down Starskiff traffic. Then, when the time comes, there will be only one ship in the sky, and he will have no reason not to attack. General Fei Xiao will be in charge of scaring the wolves and cutting off their other means of escape, making him think that this will be his best way out. Given that the Borisin already have insiders on the Law Fu, I will be in charge of putting pressure on them, making them focus solely on keeping them...
Very good. Then I'd better dust off my...
Knowing that Elder Huayan is part of our last line of defense is a great comfort. This hunt will make Hule understand.
That jolt just now. What Warrison must have actually infiltrated the Sky Splitter. These... You guys... You're not Cloud Knights acting as Borison, are you? You're real... Oh, it looks like the General's arrangements are finally coming in handy. I need to find Yun Li and the others as soon as possible.
Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Going all in. Tabs on me. Bust. Or... Maybe I'll take it all! Watch your head!
Better not underestimate me! Not very sportsmanlike.
On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
All in!
Again?
Better not underestimate me! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs. Watch this!
Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
I get it now!
Don't ask, just spend. Watch your head.
On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
The plan said that if Hule appears, the Cloud Knights will assemble and do everything they can to suppress him. Master Yunli, where are you?
March, I'm below the ring.
We did it! This is what they mean by no pain, no gain. Let me see. We did it! This is what they mean by no pain, no gain. The hall below the ring. I remember it being this way. Master Yanqing! What are you...
I was concerned about the safety.
Yanqing, the wolf you are hunting is standing above us in the war dance ring at this very moment, facing the Cloud Knights. This war dance will not be seen by the people of the Xianzhou, nor will it be just a ceremonial sword fight. This is a battle to the death that offers no honor, only mortal.
Please. I am March 7th, a sword master who will...
Yunli, Miss March, may your blades be sharp.
May your blades... Ah, forget it. Let's go and make this a quick victory.
Let's go.
So feeble. Such weakness is truly pathetic.
I've been waiting a long time for this, Hule.
Perceive the show and send some young cubs to the slaughter.
Remember this. My name is March 7th. Ringmaster of the Law Food. Can someone
Does
else...
the Xianzhou Lafu not have any worthy warriors?
I wouldn't let my guard down if I were you. It's about time this old wolf tasted defeat at the hands of a young cub.
Again?
You think a little ambush is enough to defeat me? Just how
Such insane power!
fine. You can be a little opening act for me.
The dice have been cast.
The shall finally arrives.
Maybe I'll take it all.
Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs. Watch this! Here. To travel far away. For a tough case like yours, we're gonna try them all!
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
Not very sportsmanlike. Master, have some tea.
Trying to pull a fast one.
Did you come here of your own volition? Or was it fate? Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
I've been waiting a long time for this.
March,